Hi, so um, this is the minimalist, and today our group is going to talk about social media and how it means for all of us. And this is Glenial Langlihan. And to start off, growing up in the social media age is very immersive. It literally puts the world at your fingertips. It's like you have access to anything and everything, and it broadens your view of the world. And one of the things that I'm grateful for social media for is raising my awareness about a lot of things. I remember when in I was bored at home, and I started scrolling through the Instagram explore page, and suddenly I'm reading about stuff about feminism, and it really raised my awareness about rape culture, about gender stereotypes, about the inequality that women all around the world experience. And it's quite literally the best eye opener that I've had, because after that, um I started following these accounts in Twitter, like what the hell Marcel, Millennial in Manila, and it it brought me closer to topics in the Philippines, like martial law, EJK, and of course how sexism is still prevalent here, and how there are still notions that should be eradicated by now, but it's still here, and it's hindering the progress for forward thinking in our country. And I'm really grateful for that, and it got me thinking that social media has really helped causes like these, because it's easier to spread information, it's easier to sway others to your cause, because you can reach so many people. And also and also that's why, like, causes like these and movements like these are very more well known these days. Like, for example, pride, LGBT causes, when you're protesting lumad killings. So I think that's what I'm grateful to social media for, because it brings awareness and it connects you with people, so you can fight for the common good.
Media technology has made viewing increasingly easier as time has passed throughout history. Children today are encouraged to use media tools in school and are expected to have a general understanding of the various technologies available. The internet is arguably one of the most effective tools in media for communication tools, such as email, Skype, and Facebook, have brought people closer together and created new online communities. However, some may argue that certain types of media can hinder face to face. In a larger consumer driven society, electronic media and print media are important for distributing advertisement media. For technology advanced societies have access to goods and services through newer media than less technologically advanced societies. In addition to this advertising role, media is nowadays a tool to share knowledge all around the world, analyzing the evolution of medium within the society. Popkin assesses the important role of media by building connection between politics, culture, and economic life in the society. For instance, periodical newspaper has been an opportunity to first advertise and second to be up to date with current foreign affairs or the nation economic situation. In the meantime, Walensky was promoting the role of modern technology as a way to come across cultural, gender, national barriers. He saw in the Internet an opportunity to establish a fair and equal system of knowledge. As Internet may be accessible to anyone, any published information may be read and consulted by anyone. Therefore, Internet is a sustainable solution to overcome the gap between developed and developing countries, as both will get a chance to learn from each other. Kanagaraha is addressing the issue of unbalanced relations between the North and the South countries, asserting that Western countries tend to impose their own ideas on developing countries. Therefore, internet is a way to establish balance by, for instance, enhanced publication of newspaper, academic journal from developing countries. Kristen is the one who created a system that provide access to knowledge and protect people's customs and culture. Indeed, in some traditional societies, some genders cannot have access to a certain type of knowledge. Therefore, respecting these customs limit the scope of dissemination but still allow the diffusion of knowledge. Within this process of dissemination, media would play a role of intermediaries, that is, say, translation and academic research into a journalistic format, accessible by a lay audience. 11. Consequently, media is a modern form of communication aiming at spreading knowledge within the world, regardless any form of discrimination.
Here are the 5 social media security risks to business. Number 1. Human error. From accidental tweets to unknowing clicks on phishing links, human error is one of the most common social media security threats to brands today. Back in 2014, a United States Airways employee accidentally posted an X-rated image to the company's Twitter feed, dubbed the worst tweet of all time. The error brought on days of tough press coverage, while the company ultimately made it out unscathed. The situation highlighted just how quickly things can go wrong due to human error in social media. Number 2. Not paying attention in social media. Related to human error, not paying attention to your social media accounts can have serious consequences. Leaving your account unmonitored, for example, puts it at risk of being infected by a malicious virus that could spread to your followers. Worse still, if that virus sends spammy messages from your account, you could run the risk of losing followers who no longer see you as trustworthy. Number 3. Malicious apps and attacks. The internet is rife with malicious software, ranging from malware and spyware to adware and the evil ransomware variety, of which there were over 4,000 attacks every day in 2016. One of the most sophisticated attacks to go down on social media in recent memory was that of the Locky app. Initially spread through email attachments, Locky directly targeted social networks through the circulation of corrupt JPEGs. Those sneaky Locky hackers found a way to embed malicious code into an image file. When an unknowing user clicked and opened the image, Locky would immediately put a lockdown on all their computer files. A nasty little note would soon follow demanding the user to make a payment via the anonymous Tor network in exchange for a key to unlock the user's file. Number 4. Phishing scams. Like malicious apps, phishing scams use social media to trick people into handing over personal information like banking details and passwords. Phishing attempts on social media soared by an astounding 500% in 2016, largely attributed to fraudulent customer support accounts targeting customers on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. One such example was the Facebook fake friend phishing attack that made the rounds in 2016. According to global cybersecurity watchdog Kaspersky Lab, thousands of users received a Facebook message saying they'd been mentioned by a friend in a comment. When users clicked on the message, the scam would automatically download a malicious Chrome browser extension onto their computer. Once installed, the malicious file would take hold of the user's Facebook account, where it would then extract the user's personal data and further spread the virus through that user's friends. Number 5. Privacy settings. Privacy and protection in social media is extremely important, yet many businesses continue to put their reputation at risk by not implementing strict privacy settings. As a result, Hackers can easily take control of a brand's social channels and wreak havoc at will, sending fraudulent posts to followers or making adjustments to a channel's appearance. Many major brands have fallen prey to social media hacks, including Burger King, whose Twitter account was hijacked and made to look like it was promoting McDonald's. So, those are the 5 social media security risks to businesses.
Online social media have gained outstanding worldwide growth and popularity, which has led to attracting attention from variety of researchers globally. Although, with time all generations have come to embrace the changes social network has brought about, teenagers and young adults are the most fanatic users of these sites. According to various research studies in the field of online social networks, it has been revealed that these sites are impacting the lives of the youth greatly. When using these sites such as Twitter, Facebook, or MySpace, there are both positive and negative effects on the youth. It is inevitable to ignore the fact that nowadays social network plays an essential role in teenagers' lives. Most youth are spending at least an hour in these popular social media sites. Generally, 1 out of 7 minutes which are spent online by most of those who can access internet is spent on Facebook, according to SheBenet. One may ask how spending all that time on the social media sites may have a positive impact on them. Well, social media helps the youth and any other user updated with what is happening around the world. Help the teenagers stay connected and interact with each other even if they are many miles apart. This strengthens their relationship even if they finish school and move to different locations. They stay connected and update one another. In addition, social media sites have provided a platform whereby the youth can create groups and pages based on their common discipline and end up building connections and opportunities for their respective careers by updating various topics to discuss. Youth who have been interviewed, they say that social media has become their lifestyle and it makes their lives easier and efficient. While on one hand social network sites seems to bring people together and connected, on the other hand it creates social isolation in regards to BBC News report. As the youth tend to spend many hours on these sites, they rarely have face-to-face interaction. According to various studies, scientists' evaluation determined that social isolation can lead to a host of emotional, psychological, physical, and mental problems, which include anxiety, depression, and somatic complaints, among many others. Other negative effects of social networking various people suggest include encouraging poor spelling and grammar, exposing underage to online predators, allowing spread of misinformation that is perceived as fact, decreasing productivity as those who are supposed to be working spend time in the sites to chat, provide a perfect platform for cyberbullying and providing details that increase risk of identify theft. Social networking clearly portrays both positive and negative effects on the youth. It is the decision of an individual to make whether to continue using the sites or not.
Social media and social networking seem to play an imperative part on people's lives around the world. There are some who debate whether it is improving or crippling communication skills. Sitting behind a computer can be easy and fun, but it can weaken a person's verbal communication skills. I will not only focus on the negative effects because social media also have some positive impacts. So this video will explain and explore how social media and networking strengthens and weakens communication. First is the accessibility. First is the accessibility that one has to have the internet through smartphones, tablets, computers, and other mobile devices. It has made accessing information and communicating with others uh, with a touch away in some cases. People are communicating almost every day throughout uh, through texting, email, and the ever expanding social media. It has become the new norm when it comes to communicating everything from huge life events like engagements and the birth of a child to minute particulars like what one ate for dinner. Social media has had one of the most substantial impacts on how people communicate within the past decade. And the internet has a greater impact on people today than ever before. It has been a continual source of news, entertainment, and education for users around the world. For more than 20 years, however, the most innovative of its technologies, social media, did not achieve mainstream popularity until 10 years ago. Facebook, Twitter, and similar services are becoming the most visited destinations on the internet. These websites allow users to quickly and easily share pictures, links, ideas, and messages with other users, theoretically facilitating social interaction. These services, through a combination of accessibility, simplicity, and intuitive design, promote positive social behavior by encouraging interaction among friends, relatives, and coworkers, facilitating communication between individuals, and, and fostering profound sense of community. Media is a rising trend in the world today. Communication skills are exemplified by the use of social media networking. Social media networking allows for a communication outlet. Social media is being used by students, parents, business, and religious organizations.